Hey there, YouTube. It's Petey Two Finger. It's February 2nd already, and I'm holding this list of like a half a dozen things. Two of them are like single frame glitch, and then the other four are audio cues that need to be buffed and adjusted in order for me to finish this year's new music, original DIY home recording imaginary album project. So, getting close to wrapping that up. If you're curious, and I would encourage you to tune in this year. It's a good one. It's going to be dropping on Valentine's Day. So, today I'm going to be taking a trip to the city. Um, I really don't like doing this. Really don't like doing it. Wish us luck. My wife was really apprehensive about it. I think we'll be fine. Um, but I yesterday I was working on this project and I was rendering some raw footage that I had downloaded, and I like to render it before mixing it in with pre-rendered footage, so they're both rendered by Vegas, and this way I find that there's much less chance that it's going to crash. So I was waiting on some stuff to render, and I was looking in the usual places where I like to look at gear, used gear, secondhand, cheap, bottom of the barrel stuff, and there was an ad that popped up on Craigslist. It said 3 minutes old, and it was a free gear. So I contacted the guy, and I'm not going to give away what we're going down there to pick up. That'll be another video. So wish me luck on today. This is going to be a big deal because we gotta fight traffic. It's Friday, and every in the past, my experience has been going into the city on Friday is always not a good idea. So we're going to be making a trip down there. Hopefully this is legit. It looks like it is. Picking this stuff up, coming back, and then I'll have a video for you guys. So I'm hoping he'll throw in some extras, some freebies. He said this stuff was sitting in a closet. Maybe he's got some more stuff that he's not going to want to use. We have to see. But nonetheless, if we get one thing, I think there's at least two things. We get one thing out of the deal, it'll be worth it for me. So I'm stoked about that. I'll tell you what I wasn't stoked about was recording music this year. I've just been a little down in the dumps. I went through, there was a medication shortage. So I experienced some with severe withdrawal, which was not good. So this whole, like, basically since about my birthday last year, which is the end of the fall, everything went into the dumps for me. And and I don't mean to come on here and complain, but coming out of like a really bad holiday, like it was bad. It was really bad how some people treated me at the holiday things this year. Things have changed for me since I hurt my back. People think that I'm a bum, that I'm faking. So they treat me differently. And it was not a good holiday for me this year. And I walked away carrying a lot of just depression. And then we got really sick. Both my wife and I got this Is it COVID? I don't know. It didn't test as COVID, but it felt like it. And that wouldn't let go of us. Either one of us was like, it's gonna take at least a month for you to start feeling any semblance of normal. So this has just been a shitty time. It's been a shitty, 90 days. And the idea of recording when there's some new piece of gear that's fallen into my lap, it greases the wheels for that. It'll like when you've got some new toy, like you want to play with it, which wasn't the case this year. So last year, same thing. Well, not really. Last year I did an acoustic album and I had purchased an acoustic guitar for $49. So that's, and I've been doing this for a long time. I got my 4-track recorder when we got married. It was not cheap. It was like $300 all the way back then. But boy, was that a smart investment because of the amount of self-satisfaction and boosting my ego to make me feel like I'm worth something. Because in my life, I've been through it. I've been picked on and abused and had a bad childhood. So that little bit of investment paid back big time. That being said, this year, the point I'm trying to make, I really didn't want to do it. I really didn't want to do it. But I'm super glad I did. Like I said, I just watched a rough cut. When I make the list, it's like, okay, you got one more edit. So it's one more day of tweaking things. Usually when there's a list and it's like, 6 things, I'll go through it and fix those things, and then I kind of can't help myself but going through the whole thing another time and really goosing everything to get it where there's nothing that rubs me the wrong way, which is really small things. It's things like if I use a sound effect that creates a high frequency thing or a little bit of hiss that comes in that doesn't blend with the backing tracks with what's going on the actual music. Because I always have sound effects in between the songs. There's always something going on. The way that I've done this is the way that the people that I admired when I was coming up, they strung the songs together to make an album. So there was always a little something kind of going on in between the pieces of music. And that's one of the things that makes what I do stand apart. Is it really is an experience or an entire package. It's not just some songs, because there's a lot of work that goes into it to make sure that the transitions are just as strong as the pieces, which is what I always really got off on about groups like Pink Floyd. So it's an exciting time to have the list in my hand, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I don't want to come on here and Linus just fell. Or what's Snoopy's friend? Woodstock just fell. I don't want to come on here and be like, oh, you guys got to feel sorry for me. I had a tough time. The point is, do you want to hear some excellent new music? I hope you do, because it's going to be dropping on Valentine's Day. The album is Petey Two Fingers' Tender Moments. It's an album of love songs for you to celebrate on. We're doing it right. February 14th, Valentine's Day. Get your bubbly ready. Get your box of chocolates and light those candles, because we're going to spend time with Petey Two Fingers' Tender Moments and it's going to be quite the event. So you can call now, you can make your order. There is cutlery that is included if you order now. The cutlery offer stands. We'll see you guys on Valentine's Day for PD Two Fingers. Tender moments. Wish me luck going into the hood today and safe travels. I will talk to you guys soon. Hug your pets and peace.